Greetings, Stickomedians. Welcome to yet another edition of Scrapped Week. For today's installment of Scrapped Week, we have Jake the Player Sonic Unleashed, or as I refer to internally, the Unleashed Special. I'm just going to lay it out right here. It's my most favorite game of the entire franchise, and it's not even close. You'd expect me to make a very massive video about it, and I did, and it didn't go far. It much like the prior Drake Origins, it got very muddled towards the end there, and it was ultimately scrapped, which is why it's here. Without further ado, here is the scrapped 2024 version of Jake the Player Sonic Unleashed. Enjoy. And let the cringe begin. Well, not really. So yeah, we have this opening shot, and what do you know? It's black and white, which means only one thing. Drake, again. Yeah, at this time, I was really wanting a overarching, like, multiversal villain, which was the trend in superhero movies at the time, and Drake was gonna be that, but it definitely wasn't well thought out. So yeah, much like actual superhero movies, they really just make them as they go, I guess. There we go. That was a nice old intro. I do plan on making a new one eventually, so here we go. Jake the Player, Sonic Unleashed. And surprise, surprise, it opens with, the opening cutscene. Yeah, it has been said a bazillion times, it is one of the greatest openings to a video game, in my opinion. Definitely up there. Oh my god, I used to look. Wow, that's how I used to look like. That's amazing. Wow. Not good. I was wholly chopped. Nah. I've let my hair grow out, as you can tell. Uh, yeah. Not my best editing, that's for sure. It'll start to get a little interesting here in a bit. I wouldn't say good, but uh, I did start getting very experimental with this video. This video, as you're gonna see in a bit, was some of my first CGI compositing work with live action. As you can see right here, yeah, we got Sonic right there. I'll tell you what this is about in a bit. In a sec. I'm just getting to the shot. And there you have it, right here. Yep. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. There we go. And here's where it starts getting interesting. I started playing a lot around with the Sonic character models at the time, with rips and whatnot. Yeah, we got Eggman right here. Very roughly animated, but yeah, the gist of this film or whatever is basically Jake the player has been transported to the world of Sonic Unleashed. And so he's going to interact with all these characters, the events. The initial version of the story was very, very messy of how he actually got into the world. Nowadays, I would literally just throw him into a portal and have at it. I don't really think this needs to have such insane lore. It really should just be Jake into being put into the world. Look, I guess this render still holds up. Oh yeah, that. I don't know what this is about. It was just me just being being fancy. I mean, you can't go wrong. It is just straight up the old rips of the stages. Oh yeah, this skit. Miles Electronic Pro Max Airlight. A device that is a device. Yeah, it truly is. Um, but yeah, it's cutting to black. There is audio playing under there, but I'm keeping it at a low volume for the commentary. So yep, here's another not the worst thing. It just definitely aged a lot. Again, these are all rips, so they already look pretty good. It's kind of like playing with toys that aren't yours in this case. But that is pretty much how any Sonic fan getting into the realm of animation starts out, from what I can tell. Yeah, look at that. That was weird. That make no sense. Holoska, not even the game rip. This is just some frozen wasteland I found on Sketchfab. But yeah, that back there is the rip. That's the rip right there. This, once again, not a rip. It's just landscape that I found on Sketchfab. And so yeah, and yeah, here we go. Here's the first of the cameos. My good friend Paul. Um, there was three other cameos that were in this video. Shout out to Blue Chaos, Native Fall, and Viddy's Vids. Um, I'm not gonna show them in this one because, as a lot of these scrapped projects go, these are merely scrapped older versions of videos that I do eventually want to make. But I just really want to get them out so I can share with y'all my original visions and to show you also how far we've come in terms of animation and just my skill set has definitely changed a lot and evolved since these projects. He too. He's changed a lot. You should see him now, man. We should get him in more videos. My good pal here. Uh, really haven't gotten a chance to do a lot with him, and which is really unfortunate because I think there's a lot we could do with him. He's very passionate about his craft, and he's just very talented. And then we got to do more with him. So there's that segment with him. That's it, Paul. Oh yeah, Comet Gamer. He was a, I would say, one of the legacy members of Sticko Media. He's been gone for a long time, school and life. But yeah, uh, he was great. I'll definitely probably keep these cameos in the final version once I get around to it. But yeah, overall, he was a really funny guy, very creative, and he had he had a certain Scott the Woz inspired comedy. Although towards the end of his uploading days, so man, it's been almost 2 years. He really started branching out to his own thing, and yeah, it was pretty cool. And yeah, here we go. Some early Jake compositing work, very bad. Eh. I mean, the lighting's there. Some of the animation is has more to be desired, but yeah, not the worst work. Um, I believe this part, yeah, this part I was very proud of. I actually put it on some of my. I think I put it on my art station for a bit. Uh, so yeah, as you can see here, this was when I started getting more cinematic with my shots and my animation work. Animation here is still very rough, but it's the framing here that I really want to point out because you see we got our first instances of colors, good color grading, the just overall like consistent style across the whole scene. Uh, you got a really cool aesthetic going on here. Yep. Uh, this one I would say hasn't aged that bad. It is definitely rough. I will give it that. But I can see, oh, like that lip sync there is bad. Oh, but yeah, the shots are there, and I think it's pretty okay. Um, How I would revisit this in the future, actually have them, you know, move more, um, lot more polish, um, shaders, materials probably would need a big improvement. Like right there, why is there so much motion blur? He's not even moving yet. So yeah, there. Oh, okay. And here's where multiverse stuff gets in here. This was really just an excuse to use a bunch of Sonic models. Like we have Boom Knuckles here for no reason. Boom Sonic, movie Sonic. Yeah, and then Jim Carrey over here. Yep. Uh, but yeah, as you can tell, this was definitely during the big multiverse craze of the early 2020s. uh, that was definitely an era, and yeah. Here's Eggman again. I do want to point out something. As placeholders for a lot of these Sonic characters, I was actively looking for voice actors. Um, this was during the early AI days. There was this thing called UberDuck, and it just had a bunch of celebrities' voices, characters' voices uploaded on there, and it was hella janky, but it was mostly just used for memes. I used them here for placeholder purposes, and it's very rough. Glad y'all don't hear it. And then copyright stuff, yada yada yada, and then post credit scene here with Data and Rose. Those are the Drake Origins models. Yeah, they're very rough. But yeah, I mean, I do hope to reintroduce them to y'all someday in their own projects. And there you have it. That's a lot to sit through. Yeah, I could yap about Sonic all day if you'd let me. But yeah, much like Drake Origins, it's another video I do want to revisit because it is near and dear to my heart, that game. And so, yeah, I think a lot of the cameos that I brought on for this video will probably stay intact. They definitely should be either reshot or redone. But yeah, a lot I learned with this project. A lot of things with the CGI comp work. You got to see a little bit of that. But yeah, ultimately, it's led me down some pretty cool paths in my work. So I'll give a lot of credit to this video in particular. Anyways, this has been yet another edition of Scrapped Week, and until next time, stay ultimate, stay comedians.